There's 3 of them. Those are monsters. Some big morels, huh? So you want to grow morels like that at home? Yeah, forget it, ain't gonna happen. In this video, we're gonna be talking about these little guys, morel spore blocks, and what I do to distribute those through the woods. You can go back in my other videos, go to the playlist, go down to morels, and see how I make those. We're going to distribute some of these guys, morel seeds. Yeah, I said it, seeds, spores through the woods. And we're also going to be creating an environment that's rich for morels by planting sycamore trees. Sycamore trees are my go-to. That's where I want to find morels under, because I know I can return to that spot year after year for the rest of my life till I'm dust and find morels under them. Elm trees are great. Elm trees produce big loads of mushrooms. Finds pounds and pounds and kilograms and kilos and ounces and yeah, all that underneath elm trees. Big flushes, you know, all you could ever want or more. But they only produce for 1, 2, 3 years while the tree's dying, the bark's peeling off, blah, blah, blah. We all know how those work. But sycamores are the ever-giving tree. I'm in the Midwest, so central Midwest, so this type of environment I hunt and I try and reproduce right here, like this. About to show you. All right, save them spores. Let your mushrooms dry out on the counter before you rinse them. Collect those spores, take them back to the woods. I'm right there, I'm up there, top 1% or percentile morel putter backer in the woods guy. Way more than just a mesh bag would ever do. This is what I do. Create a morelly situation right here. See y'all at the next spot. Later. Okay, we're here in a river maple thicket. Okay, this is a piece of recreational property. It used to be farm ground that was let go because it became a piece of recreational property. They no longer farm it. Over here to my right, a little ways past what you can't see here, there is some food plots and stuff for deer hunting, turkey hunting, and he's just kind of let this go. We are in a river bottom, good old central Midwestern river bottom. So this thicket has sprung up over the last 10-12 years. He's allowed me to come in here the last 3 or 4 years, and I've not ever found a morel in here, but it's about 95% river maple trees with a few small elm trees mixed in. Okay. We're going to plant some sycamores in here to get it going, and a few years down the line here we'll start producing some morels in here. Should be pretty solid place to produce some morels. We're in river bottom ground. Probably gets a flood every 10, 12 years, 15 years, something like that. We're on the second tier from the river. But yeah, definitely what you would call rich river bottom ground. We're gonna got kind of an open area here. Gonna get some sycamores planted in there, some seeds down, and then all sporadic through here, and also hang up some spore blocks. See if here a few years down the road we can't get some morels popping in here. Should be good. These thickets like this, these young trees are fighting to survive. They've been allowed to overgrow and spring up, and that's why there's so much deadfall on the ground. You can see there's just small limbs everywhere that these trees are constantly shedding. They're fighting with each other for dominance and sunlight and to establish a canopy. We're gonna get the ever-producing sycamore growing in here and making some morels. They do. They're the ever-giving tree. I know everybody likes the elms, and you know where I'm from. This is specific for the central Midwest. You know where I'm from, and lots of places people talk about hunting the elms, but elms only give up morels for a few years at most. Sycamores are a constant giver. They're constantly self-shedding. They're all constantly peeling that bark off, and something about that. They produce mushrooms on a consistent basis for years and years and years. So that's my tree of choice for consistency. You can always get the big flushes on the elm trees that are dying, but the sycamore is ever giving. So got this handy cultivator here. Yeah, old school. Who's got one of those? Yeah, had that for a long time. And if you go down to the grocery store, get you some chocolate chip. Yeah, chocolate chip ice cream. If you look way in the back, they're always shuffling these to the back. You got to dig through them all. You find buckets of sycamore seeds. These are sycamore seeds. They're ripe. They've been through the winter, and yeah, they're ready to go. Each one of those is a Each one of those is a seed. Bazillions of them. I know what a lot of you thinking are, man, that's a lot of seeds in a small spot. And you're right. We want to make sure this happens. We're not planting trees in our front yard. Okay. Just stirring those in. Just raking that ground an inch, half inch down. Stirring them in. Cover back up. Keep that moisture in them. Yeah, we're making sure this happens. We're putting a lot of seeds there. We're gonna make sure this happens. Make sure a percentage of those sprout and start to grow. And we're doing this in late winter, getting ready for them spring rains. We want a little thicket to form there, and the dominant ones will win out. Okay, we got him up in there where he's kind of cradled and doing his thing, hopefully. All right, I'm going to continue to, every 50 feet or so, I'm going to put up a spore block and plant some sycamores.